Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome to another episode from me, Avomance, in my seed reviews and tours series. Now, in the last episode, episode 33, Robert Mackenzie showed us this great bedrock seed which had so much in it, all the biomes that you could possibly need. If you've not seen it, it is in the description below. Please do go and have a look around it, especially if you're a bedrock player. Now, episode 34 now, and we're going back to Java. The difference with this one is we are going to do it in 1.16. Let's crack straight on with this. I've put the seed into the world name, but like always, you've got to stick it in the actual seed box right here. Structures on, everything as normal. Let's get going with this. I want to see what's on the other side. Really excited about doing my first 1.16 seed. And of course, 1.16 ain't going to look that much different until we go to the nether. But first off, I need to get myself a little block fella and get myself up on a tower. So we're up on our tower now, and I'm just having a quick pokey around to see what is nearby. That looks interesting. Mesa over there. We've got the dark oak forest there. We're in a nice kind of flowery biome here. Plenty of flowers. Is it flower forest? Officially, it could be flower forest. It's not that big, though. Birch over there. Plenty. This is pretty. Really, really pretty, in fact. I like it very much. We're going to go north, which I think is that direction, and let's see what we've got waiting for us. Let's deal with the mesa in the northerly direction. Look, there's the fella there, there's my pole, and here is the mesa. Mesa's always good to have really close to spawn because, well, they're pretty rare, aren't they? Let's face it. What's this thing here? Dark wood. Dark wood, very nice. But open mine shafts are plenty, which means you're going to be able to get down to that gold super simply. And we've got what looks like an open spawner here as well. Yes, indeed. So we've got an open cave spider spawner right there as well within this mesa. Look, you can still just about see the pole in that direction. I'm just going to carry on past the mesa now because obviously mesa's lots of gold, lots of terracotta, goes on for what looks like a fairly decent amount of distance in the northwesterly direction. We want to carry on north, off past all of this forest here. We've got a bit of a mountain, so plenty of mining opportunities. And, oh, yeah, we've got a nice swamp. I'm looking, there's no witch hut that I can see in this swamp. However, look at all that lovely wetness. The wetness is good in a swamp. Now, if you've seen my other seed videos, you know why wet is good in the swamp, because that means there's less places for mobs to spawn, and you can create a nice platform in the middle, perhaps on that bit right there where the piggies are, that you can do a slime farm using an iron golem. And that is really all I generally use swamps for, apart from if there's a witch hut in them. That's a nice one. Really nice swamp. Obviously, we've got our wooded forest, our hooded forest here. A little bit of plenty of dark oak. This is quite a decent size one. It's not massive so as you get lost in it, but it's decent size. So plenty of dark oak. We've already got birch. We've already got oak. So that's 3 of our woods. So, oh no, and spruce as well. I'll take it back. We got spruce too, right next to the mountains. And a village. Village here. Now, it's a tiger village. Now, you know, these tiger villages are, well, just a bit rubbish, aren't they? Except for the people that are brilliant. Hello, people. Let me look at you. Let me look at. Don't go away. Let me look at you. Don't look at them. But the houses are rubbish, but the people are brilliant. What else is in this direction? Well, we've got more flower forest, which is interesting, given that there was kind of a flower forest over where we spawned. We've got another one, rare biome, on top of rare biome. Just a little bit further along, we're at, where are we? We are at 1,000 minus 1,300 on the Z, pretty much in a straight line from 0, 0. We've got ourselves a pillager tower here. I wonder if the associated village is that tiger village we saw over there. I can't see any other villages around. Of course, doesn't mean there aren't any because I'm half blind. But oh no, there's a village there. I told you. I wonder if that tiger village is the one associated with that. Possibly is, or maybe it's this one, which is a lot closer, and I'm pretty sure it will be. That's a bigger tiger village, that one, isn't it? Have we got any interesting buildings? I'm just going to have a quick swoop of this one because larger villages tend often to have more interesting buildings. It is a little bit split up in terms of height. Don't trigger a raid on this one. That just wouldn't do at all. But no really interesting buildings, unfortunately, specifically a smithy, because that's what you really want. Now, from a base building perspective, which is what I really look seeds for, we've got a beautiful area here. Look at all this wood area right here. You've got birch in the background, moving into the ocean, not very far away. You've got savanna just coming into play there. So if you want your acacia wood, that is plenty of acacia wood right there. You've got the mountains there for all your rocking and your mining. You've got a massive swamp there with loads of wetness in it, which is awesome, which means you can get yourself your iron farm going. Your slime farm going. And you've got this really brilliant open plains area here with, look at that, a ravine going not too deep, but deep enough that you can start to build across a ravine, use that as a feature. This is a really nice area. We are at basically minus 3,000 in almost a straight line from 0, 0 on the Z. And we've got a flower forest as well. I mean, this is almost perfect. The only thing that I'd want on top of it is a village just off in the corner. But actually, the village isn't too far in the direction back towards spawn. So we are heading out eastwards now. Look, there's our spawn tower right there. Eastwards across here, we've got a dark oak forest to the left. We've got a birch forest to the right and a really nice water area in the middle with a number of squid. If you want some ink, sort yourself out right there. But what I don't know is what's further along in this direction. We've got more different forest. Looks like an oak forest, a really nice area to the left hand side here. This mountain area is quite nice. I like that. We've got what, 1, 2, 3, 5 waterfalls in this clearance. I'm not sure about that floaty thing, get rid of that. But we've got 5 waterfalls in this clearance. You can make something really beautiful there if you like building in the mountains. I like that really, really a lot. We've got our first desert. I don't think we saw a desert. Oh, and we've got a pillager tower just coming in on the horizon there too, with a village right next to it really. Desert village there looks like a double tower, so you could start your raid off, no problems there. Doesn't look like you've got any super interesting, no super interesting buildings there, but plenty of haystacks, which means that you can get lots of hay, and which means that you can do all sorts of things with that, including making bread. So there you go, sorted. Or even trade with the villagers with it. We've got another village here. This looks, yeah, that's a boring one, but it has signed up to the villager relocation centre, so which means that you can be bringing villagers from here into any area you would like to use them for slaves. I mean, helpful workers. So carrying on east, what have we got? We've got the ocean to the right. Is there anything of no? It's a warm ocean by the look of it, which means there is the possibility of some decent fish rather than just your average cod and salmon. Can't see anything specifically of note that's structural at the moment, so maybe that's worth an investigation. If you come along, you have a crack at that and see what you think. What's further along? So much like what it was like up in the far north, right now we are at 2,700 on the X, relatively straight line on the Z, and we've got a really brilliant open plains area here with a village, which the northerly one was missing. It's not got a swamp, but it's got a tiger biome. It's got a little bit of sand in the background. We've got the ocean behind us here, you can see. We've got plenty of wood. We've got mountains over there. This is a really nice area. It's got a nice interesting kind of texture to it, and you could definitely do a superb build. I challenge any number of you to come and do a build here and let me know what you've done. It absolutely begs for a city. South is the order of the day now, over this flower forest that is right next to the spawn area, and continue on across this plains. Now we've got some really nice water features that you could make use of in your builds here. Now some people don't like to work near the spawn area because the chunks are always loaded and it can promote lag, but that's only an issue really if you are working with a lot of redstone. If you're not, then this is absolutely perfect. Look at that, that's beautiful. You could definitely do something with that. You've got your birch there, you've got your various forests there, you've got, this is a really lovely area. I love the seed here. I love the fact that you're really close to the Mesa. It's a beautiful seed. We've got the mountains coming across in the background there. We've got our dark oak forest on the right hand side, and we've got, we got another ocean coming on top of us here as well. Little tiny plains biome here. You could perhaps make a little tiny sort of a beachside property here, a little town on the edge of the ocean. That would work beautifully well there. You've got a shipwreck, so you can see if you can start and open your account for treasure hunting. We've opened up our frozen account. We've now got a frozen snowy tundra here as well, so you can differentiate the type of build you might want to do. You can do a nice warm build over that side on the beachfront, and then you can come over here and do a bit of a winter wonderland. That'd be cool. Obviously by cool, I mean frozen. And what's really special about this seed is there are anti-gravity igloos. Who knew it? A little bit further on, we have got a snowy tundra village. Now, these are always interesting villages because they've got really strange changes in the way that they build stuff with things like igloos, which you can utterly take to pieces. They don't need that. They don't need that, Blue Eyes, do they? They don't. No, take it. It's yours. Take it. They've got protective bears, but I quite like them. They're really basic, but I prefer them to a tiger biome village because I don't know. They just have a little bit more character to them. I think the villagers are also quite funny to look at with their kind of bluey. I'm all wrapped up warm. I wonder if that is a sheepskin coat. Is that a sheepskin coat, mate? Go on, show us. No? All right, then don't. And as you come across the snowy tundra, you go past this little tiny snowy tiger biome, but it doesn't matter if it's tiny, you'll still be able to get some white foxes there. You've got a tiger in the mountains biome over there that's possibly going to have more foxes, and then you hit this frozen ocean. I love the way that these rivers, these frozen rivers, kind of wind their way through the landscape. It's absolutely brilliant. On the other side of the frozen ocean, however, looks like we've thawed out a little bit. We've got what looks like another wreck just there coming on. The just given that we're in snapshots, they're taking a little bit longer to render in, but we've got another wreck just there, and then a series of islands. So if you like a little bit of island living, this could be the fella for you. However, you might want to bring a sapling because there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of trees. And right round the corner, this is where we find our first ocean monument. Now, it may not be the closest ocean monument to spawn, but it is the first one that we've tripped over. It is minus 273,000 on the Z. So a straight line from south from the spawn area. It's a pretty decent one. It's fairly open. Easy to make a guardian farm out of this because you've not got too much getting in the way that could cause some spawn issues. Time for us to go west out from this spawn area. Loads of water courses there as it winds past the mesa on the right hand side. And I think it looks like the mesa might be cutting out in front of us just a little bit in that westerly direction. We're still very, very close. There's the pole, look, just there. What have we got? We've got a plains coming on the left hand side. It's a little bit jutty for a really good build, but you know, it could work. You've got, what is it with the flowers on this server? There's so many flowers on this server. If you like dyes, you are absolutely sorted. We've got more dark oak. You've got loads of... Oh! It's a mansion. Look, that's really close to spawn as well. Look at that. That's really cool. We've got a mansion right... Oh, that looks like a thumbnail in my eyes. We've got a mansion right next to the mesa with the dark oak forest here and a swamp right next to it on the other side with loads of water around. How cool is that? That's really awesome. Literally hop, skip and a jump. If you fired an arrow from the top of my tower at spawn in this direction, you could probably hit a vindicator in the eye. That's amazing. Right, so what have we got? Oh, Witcher. We've also got a Witcher. All of a sudden west has become my favourite direction. I hope there's somewhere really nice to build in this direction because west is absolutely my favourite. Where's our little witchy poo? Hello, love. You all right? Nice hat. Yeah, so you've got a really nice open wet space here as well that you could do a double farm. Oh, look at it. You could do a double farm with the witch hut and also slimes, which is brilliant. And here, here it looks like we've opened ourselves up into a bit of a plains area. Now I prefer to build in the plains simply because it's more open. You've got to do less terraforming generally, but the fact it's surrounded by forests and mountains and swamps and mesa and the odd mansion, I quite like this direction. Continuing further out west, and we've got a large tiger biome with a tiddly tiger biome village. I mean, how small is that? So it's 1, 2, 3. It's 5 houses. How is that even a village? For goodness sake, Minecraft, you're skimping. But that is a really lovely... I mean, how much spruce do you want? Loads of spruce here that just continues to flow across this flat area and then onto the mountain as well. That's beautiful. You could get loads of stuff out of that. And then it changes up into other woods such as birch and oak and a whole birch forest on the right hand side there as well. That's brilliant. Opening up into a good open water area, but it's not an ocean because it's more like just a cove. But if you want to do some watery stuff, you could do that there. Little-ish, I suppose, swamp area. Again, plenty of wet, but I'm not going to go on about wet swamps. You know, you're bored of that already. And a large mountainous, that's an extreme hill almost style of mountain with that drop there. You could do something quite dramatic. Open plains again. This one looks like a nicer open plains. I quite like this one. It's not as good as the other two directions, perhaps, but you could definitely do something with that. That's pretty good. And just coming a wee bit further, we just knocked over the 3,000. There is another witch hut right. Oh, another witch hut right in the middle. Just ignore that. Don't look at it. It doesn't exist. Another witch hut right in the middle there in this swamp area. Again, loads of wetness. And another mesa. We've got more badlands than we can shake a stick at here. Where are we? Just about 3,500. And you got another badlands. As if you didn't have enough terracotta back the other way. So doing a bit of a slash locate here, we can see that the nearest monument is in fact closer than the one we found a little while ago. It is nearly 2,000 blocks away, but it's not too far. Desert Pyramid, actually quite a long way away, nearly 1,500 blocks from where we start. Igloo, again, 1,500 blocks. I don't think that's our anti-gravity igloo. They're really good to find because you can go underneath some of them. They're quite cool. Jungle Pyramid, because we've not found a jungle, have we, is 5,000 blocks away. That may indicate that the jungle is that far away. We're going to check that in a moment. And the Stronghold, nearly 2,000 blocks. So it's certainly within the 2,000 block radius for most of what we want. I've not looked for a monument, for a mansion, because we know it's just over there. Now, given it we're in 1.16, I can also do slash locate biome commands. So I've just had a look for things of interest here, specifically the jungle. So the jungle, nearest one, is 4,700 blocks away. So it's very likely that jungle temple that we found earlier on using locate is in that jungle. It's pretty close. The bamboo jungle is a little bit further on, but in the opposite direction. So 7,000 blocks before you can find yourself a panda. Very sorry about that. I wanted to have a big check about deserts because we didn't find that many desert. It reckons the closest desert is only 250 blocks away. I'm reckoning that must be a micro desert because I couldn't see that. It's almost in a straight line. And ice spikes not within reasonable distance, which means it is not one within about 10,000 blocks. I've come to Mine Atlas now just to get a better view of this seed, and you can see that's the big old mesa that we started in, and that's the other mesa that we found when we carried on further out west. That's a really good direction, that westerly direction. You can see here most of the deserts down to the southeast or the northwest, and not really that much ocean. You come out to the ocean, right out to the northwest there, and down to the southeast, big old frozen area at the bottom. The jungle is out in this direction. You can see there's a good old jungle there, and if you go out far enough in this direction, you're going to find more jungle up here too. It's a nice seed. Look at that. It's not a seed. If you want to go a lot of ocean dwelling, it's not your fella. Don't bother. But if you've got real good land love, this is where you want to go because it's a cracker. Time to go subterranean now. We're going to go down through the earth. So if you don't want spoilers, look away in 3, 2, 1. And I timed it virtually perfectly. Of course I did. Right underneath us, look at that. Mine shaft. Boom. We don't have to go travelling for a mine shaft. Just dig downwards. What am I saying? You don't dig downwards in Minecraft? That would be crazy, especially with the amount of lava that you've got here. You've got this really lovely ravine here too. We've got our spider spawner here. However, is it ruined with that lava? You might have to block that lava up, otherwise you might burn your toes. Over here, there is another mine shaft. So let's get ourselves over here. This is... Oh no, that might be a third mine shaft. It's a third mine shaft. There is a spider spawner right here in the third mine shaft. Looking for other spawners, there's nothing. That's a relatively small one. Let's go back to the one I just found. For goodness sake, peaked too early. That's no good. Coming up this way, we've got lots of mine shaft area here. Doesn't look like we've got too much in the spawner department though with this one though, does it? Not so much, but that's okay because you've got a couple of spawners on the other side. I've not noticed any other spawners either. So in the comments below, if you come onto this seed and find a few spawners, put hashtag spawner in the comments and put the location of those spawners so people watching will be able to find it. Time for us to go interdimensional again through the portal. There is our spawning point. This is the portal. What are we going to find in the nether? Because now this is where it gets really interesting in the nether. Because it's 1.16 and we've come into a crimson forest. You literally spawn in a crimson forest. Absolutely superb if you want to come and find some piglins, because this is where they're going to be. Obviously watch out for the other nasties too, but you should be able to start... Oh yes, look, you should be able to start trading and bartering specifically with these piglins in the nether. Now I'm just going to do a quick slash biome locate to see where the different biomes are going to be. Look, there's a piglin right there. Where the different biomes are going to be here. Just checking up. I forgot to do it. Noob mistake. Checking upwards. No lava about to fall on my head. Although that is pretty rare within a crimson biome anyway for it to fall on your head. They tend not to do that. But it is possible, so do be cautious. So a quick slash locate shows us that the nearest warped forest, those lovely blue forests, are 532 blocks away, which in there that isn't so bad as long as you can actually physically travel it. The lava lakes might get in the way, but with the striders, maybe you can harness one of them to take you there. Soul Sand Valley, that is only 200 blocks away, so plenty of opportunity to go and find yourself some things of interest. That's where you're going to get bone blocks and all kinds of stuff. You can also go hunting for skeletons, and definitely hunting for ghast if you want to go ghast hunting. There's millions of them spawn in there. And the fortress is actually nearly 500 blocks away, which is a bit of a trot for a fortress, but maybe it's worthwhile. Let's go and have a bit of an explore. So we're here in what is officially a warped forest, because look, you can see it's a warped forest biome, but there are no actual trees in it because of, well, basically there's just too much stuff going on. But if we go above here, and here it is, you can see this is where everything we need is. It's also on the edge of a soul sand valley, so you can get your fossils as well. And like I said, it is absolutely replete with these horrible appendages and loads and loads of skellies. So many skellies spawn in these soul sand valleys is absolutely insane. Fossils, anyone? You've got loads of them. It takes forever to find a fossil in the overworld. Now here, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm 6, 7, 8. There's loads of them. And we are at the closest fortress to spawning, which is, it's a long, kind of drawn out, interesting one. You could possibly do a farm with it. It's not ideal because it's not over lava, although this bit is. Perhaps you could do a bit of a combo. Get this bit here. The blaze spawner is there. You could get rid of that there, and you could start to build yourself a bit of a wither skeleton farm, absolutely, especially if you did something with that floor just to stop spawns going down there. But obviously the big question on everybody's lips, well, the big question on my lips is, where's the fungus? I want to see the fungus. And the answer to that question is, it is round here, and you need to go for some real exploration inside this fortress to get to it. It is a proper mess. But look what you get. Yeah, you get two rooms of fungus, not just the one, two. So, I mean, yeah, okay, it's a bit of a labyrinth, but look, double bubble. What more could you want? I've got to say, I love these things. They're absolutely insane. And what's going on with the little kids? I mean, Strider children. They're the ugliest things alive. Sorry, not even a mother could love that face. I really like this seed. I'm especially excited because it's the first 1.16 seed that we've done in this series, and we're going to do all of the future Java seeds in 1.16 so we can have a good mooch around the nether. But this is a cracker because it's the first one, and what an amazing combination of stuff we've got here. We've got mansions really close, we've got mesas, we've got monuments, we've got all sorts, and the nether is really exciting too. So thank you very much to Heinrich Gruserson for sending me episode 34's seed. It is absolutely superb, Heinrich. Thank you very much. Oh, Wandering Con Man comes in to steal my limelight right at the end of the episode. How typical is that? I hope you bring a load of people a load of joy, Heinrich, with this particular seed, because it is a cracker. If you've got a really awesome seed, if it's Bedrock or Java, it does not matter. Do let me know. Let me know why it's awesome in an email to avomanceminecraft@gmail.com. That is avomanceminecraft@gmail.com. Give me a little bit of annotation, some notes as to why it's such a great thing. Maybe some coordinates. It's up to you. Let me know that I've got hundreds of these things sent to me now, so make it really good so as I really notice it. If you have enjoyed this video, please do remember to slap that like button. It'd be great to know you're enjoying it, and I will keep on making them. Also, if you've not done it already, please do hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to see you in my sub club, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.